untrained eye. A place where the mettle of warriors, the uninitiated, and the forgotten are tested. It is here, within these walls, where your true purpose can be found. As if waking from a dream, you find yourself standing in a massive room. The walls curve outward and away from you, as if racing towards infinite possibilities. Before you is a path that slopes upwards to the top of a stone pyramid. A faint, bluish hue can be seen emanating from it. Your feet seem to move forward on their own. You are unsure of what is at the top, what causes this light, but somehow trust it. A growing confidence building in your gut is telling you that you are meant to be. At the top, a triangular device sits silently on the floor. It appears to be hewn from a strange metal. Briefly, small traces of light sparkle across the surface, akin to an unclouded starlit night. The path stops over the center of the device, and that is where you choose to stand. Suddenly and silently, the device begins to move. The bluish hue of the top begins to fade as all light seems to fade from existence. You find yourself drawn to looking upward as the last remaining light dwindles. Suddenly, a flash! You feel swept off your feet as lights and colors of black, blues, and purples come pouring into the room from a singular point above you. Marvelous images of constellations, galaxies, and planets trail over your skin as the room seems to stretch and bend. Lightning shoots above, and within these images, as everything lights up, and then another flash. You find yourself on board a mighty vessel. The name, Chosen's Gaze, emerges in your mind as you walk to a nearby viewport. You're in space, among stars never named, planets undominated, and stories untold. But amidst all this majesty, there is one jewel that catches your eye. A massive orb-like coliseum in the distance, shrouded in greenery, circled by winged creatures lazily gliding about. Waterfalls of endless trail head off the edge and seemingly disappear among the stars. It is here your ship is headed. It is here where you begin to hear the footsteps of many moving about, the rising cheers and boasts of others. Welcome! A voice can be heard rising in your mind. Many questions you may have, many doubts may slow your step. But here, all are equal. Join your voice with others, raise them in a mighty chorus, and write your own story of triumph. Welcome to the Infinite Causeway. welcome. Starting a little late, but I wanted to make sure that we started at all. As the title says, I did oversleep. Been a little busy. Let's see. Yeah, some things are changing. I got inspired with a couple different ideas for how to change up the room. For those of you that have been with this stream for a minute, y'all know that the versions the versions are pretty extensive. I think this current iteration of the room is it's either version somewhere between version 7 and version 8. So the ideas that I was thinking of for this, it's not going to be too crazy different because a lot of the ways that this room is are things that I do really love, and I feel like it's kind of like part of the final looks that are what I want. But now it's coming down to more of the details, more or less, that I'm trying to attain. So some of them being like, I'd like to get a little bit more sunlight. Back in the earliest versions, I had a nice little perch for Piper to hang out in the room. Like, usually she's had like a bed spot and stuff like that to come hang out with me, especially when it's just us in the house. But I had made her this little perch for her to, she had like her big dog bed, favorite blanket, and stuff like that, but also was right up against the window, so she could get the rays, but also look out upon Georgia and judge it accordingly. As she gets up there in older age too, I definitely want to be able to provide her with that kind of access again. So if that means changing up the room again a little bit, so be it. You know, I feel like it's also a nice little puzzle, nice little practice for the mind there. So there isn't really any game I feel that I would play right now. I'm still wanting to be done by 4 so I can get ready for this event. Gotta like, my clothes are finishing up in the dryer. Hold on a second. Hiccups. I don't know why they always start when I'm streaming. But like I was saying, I got clothes and stuff in the dryer. And then I'll just practice stuff. I always like to prepare, make sure I've got everything ready before I go. Too many times in the past where I'm rushing or I'm getting rushed, and then boop, end up forgetting something generally like mildly important. There's only been one time where it really sucked, where I was heading out to a brewery with friends, got there, and realized I did not. It was either my entire wallet or my ID. It might have. I think it was the entire wallet. So this was also back in a time when Uber was very, very affordable. So I ended up taking Ubers, I think, 4 times at least that night. Because took an Uber there, realized I didn't have my wallet, took an Uber back to get it, then took an Uber there, and then of course took an Uber back again at the end of the night. But I think like back then it ended up only costing like maybe $20, which now to go to places, especially in and around anywhere in like metro Atlanta, or in anywhere out of like bordering on or within like, you know, like the city of Atlanta, that's like you're gonna be paying like 20 just one way, which is freaking insane. But anyway, so the only thing that I could think of to really start up where it wouldn't, like, a mixture of being able to get like some stuff done to where like I would look at it like, okay, picking this up because, you know, both for myself and also for y'all. Don't want to like get started into something. Like I wouldn't pick up like a story based thing right now. Like if I were still playing through to try to finish Horizon Zero, great game. Still waiting for the sequel to be available on Steam. But like if we're working through getting that or something like that, that's not something that I would pick up right now because we got like an hour, a little bit over an hour. Because you know I don't really want to leave y'all hanging high and dry just to have it where, you know, start the game up, maybe do a little bit of hunting, barely get to a spot to start the storyline, be like, all right, everybody, bye. But yeah, so I was going to just be a mixture of a little work doubling because there's a couple things behind the scenes that I need to check. I had noticed that my alerts, I think it was last stream I noticed, weren't acting right. I was testing out. Twitch had released a new set of their own alerts, and I was like, okay, let me try these out because there were some that it was interesting, like the categories that they had that I at least haven't seen available for other ones. Like you have, well, and also the fact that it had it all in one spot, right, instead of having multiples. So you had things like, where is it? Like cheers. There used to be a thing that I had found back when I first started where you could have like special animated stuff for your bits and stuff like that. And now that website has dropped it and gone on for like more, I don't know if it's like data management or stuff like that, but they no longer provide that kind of stuff. But hype chats, which I'm not too worried about that, but hype trains, oh, they've added channel points. But goals is one of the things that's really nice on here. So you've got one for whatever goals you set up. You have it when it started, when it's reached. Hype trains, which I really like that because you know it's gonna be easier for Twitch to provide that because it's their own platform. And I had the text, the color, the size of like the image or the gifs for the alerts and everything. And I noticed in the last stream when somebody had, you know, like thankfully followed, it was just like, what the heck? Like it was really small. So I was really disappointed by that. So that's one of the things that I want to work on. Hey, what's up, Go Cubs? Commander Shepard. Ooh. You know, if we're lucky, might get to meet the real Commander Shepard. Because Mark Meer usually comes out to these. Why is Excel asking me to sign in? I don't remember my password. One sec. But yeah, how you doing today, Go Cubs? Hope you're having a good Saturday. Hope you had some good rest. Okay, there we go. Now we're in. Video games. What is it? CMDR is the shortened version of Commander. Commander Shepard. I'm Commander Shepard of the Alliance Normandy. Doing good, just recovering. Oh, recovering. Well, I hope you're feeling better. I hope whatever it is that you're recovering from isn't something you got to deal with for long. But yeah, so all of this stuff here, everything that's here for the most part, y'all will still see. Like if y'all remember, um, these two, this mini bookshelf and the Minecraft TNT thing is what was here. So I'm thinking right now, like that's gonna go over there. This I'm gonna try and angle it more in some way because it's also the kind of thing to where, yeah, it's like it's in the background, it like filler and stuff like that. But at the same point, I also want it where like it'd be nice for y'all to be able to see. Um, but like I don't know, y'all tell me. Like, is it cool just to like see that there's stuff? Because I guess there's also the thing too of like I've got a show and tell redemption thing, right? So does that negate having a show and tell if y'all are able to like clearly see everything? Because then it's just like, oh well, we don't. There's no point in me having a show and tell anymore because y'all can already see. Like, does that ruin the like mystery and the surprise for it, or does it add to it or have no effect because then it's like you can see it but you're not seeing it like up close because with the current layout y'all will probably be able to see these a bit more. I don't know if y'all remember when I used to have it where I was more or less kind of like in front of this here. I think that was when it was its most clearest. That's what it'll probably be like. Today's a lazy day, which is helping. Nice. Gotta love those lazy days. Definitely gotta make sure to make the most of those in the everyday rat race. Need to see it up close. That's a good way of putting it. Go Cubs. Get to see it up close and then have a story. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I just wanted to check. Because it'd be like, I don't know, like, is that gonna be boring if y'all can see the stuff clear? Because y'all, the new angle for like for this shot is going to be a lot closer. So all this stuff here, and then as well as the comics and stuff down here, and my Shonen Jump collection and stuff like that. Well, hopefully, I might play around with the well, not might. I am going to play around with the camera, to get like test out some different angles and stuff like that to see what it really looks like, and if it's stuff that fits. So let's try some. Let's get some music in the background, right? Let's do some chill EDM. Third from the left, second row of Funko. Okay, so third from the left. Okay, you know what's funny though? It just hit me. The way that I had set these up, they're all like, so, and I had the thought too. So I'm glad that this is happening, Go Cubs, because now it's the perfect way to show me. It's like, yep, this isn't exactly gonna go over the best if it's also gonna be tied to showing these things off. If they ever get selected, but it was also in a way I set it up to like, okay, now if it gets bumped, I don't have to worry about stuff falling out and things like that. But yeah, so third from the left, second row. That one's a really cool one. I'm gonna grab it in a second. That one is it's my only, for now, Mandalorian Funko. All right, let's see if we can do this. Hey. Yeah. So Star Wars Mandalorian. Oh, this one's getting kind of dusty. I'm sure it's probably because the other ones were snatched up. This was the only one that I have seen. Got this one from a comic shop. So, eagle eye to even like casual viewers will recognize that this is dude from the Vizsla clan that challenged Din to the right to bear the Darksaber. I don't know if he used the big gun anymore after the first one. Maybe he does in the third one. I never finished the third one. Kind of giving Star Wars a break. Like, I still haven't finished Andor. I still haven't finished Mando season 3. I think overall I'm getting to the point because I was never like heavy like TV type viewer. Maybe like when I was younger, for like Star Trek and stuff like that. But I feel like it was a little bit different for stuff like that because except for like the to be continued episodes, the like two-parters, and things like that, you know, like Encounter at Farpoint, when Picard gets taken by the Borg, All Good Things and stuff like that, like the occasional ones, the few in Deep Space and stuff like that. It was really like you could just hop in and it'll just be like, oh, you seen this one? And it's like if you did, you could choose to watch it. Sometimes you did, sometimes you didn't. But I think part of that, at least for me, of that like natural, like not like full on burnout, but just like the interest kind of cools, is that there's getting to be so much, and it's all like you got to keep up with it. Like obviously, you know, the bare bones of it is like you don't, right? Like watch what you want, watch what you don't. Like this isn't as much of a, like an attack or critique. It's just like where I feel like my energy level is, where it's just kind of like, but yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with that. I don't remember how I got on that. Oh, I was talking about because of dude. So I don't know if he uses the heavy gun again, but I remember when I first saw him, when it showed the flashbacks of Din as a youngling, and then as well as when the other Mandalorians show up to help in the earlier seasons or earlier episodes of the first season, when he was coming under attack at the bounty outpost and stuff like that. I was really cool. Dude showed up and I saw him and I was like, yes, that one is cool. And it ended up being the first one I saw. But on the back, y'all can see there's a few. There's like, what? Is that like 10, 12, 4, 8, 12? Yeah. So there's like 12 total. You got Kara, IG-11, Kuil, the Mando, the Client, Grief Karga, Heavy Infantry, which is what I have, Q9, is that an O? I think it's Q9O. Incinerator, Stormtrooper, Off-World Jawa, Covert, Mandalorian, and then the Arbor. I'm sure a few of those got like snatched up pretty damn quick. I don't know how well y'all can see those, but yeah. So that's pretty cool. Actually, the only one I've ever come across, like if I've been at Target, is really like a lot of cases Target or GameStop. The ones where I feel like they like specifically have a side, little site set aside for Funkos, is the only other times where I'll see maybe one or two of like the bigger popular ones. And the only other one I've ever seen so far from Mandalorian is like when they do the big ones,
like the big sets. So like I have Night King and the Nazgul on the Wraith, and like Thanos, like the large ones, but they also have like, it's like the little mini set ones, so it might be like Batman and the Batmobile or something like that. For the Mandalorian ones, the only one I've seen is Grogu and the floating crib thing, and then I think one of the ships in the background. Those are, I think those are like their $30 ones, which isn't bad for like for what it is for the size and everything. Granted, I don't know how much it costs to make those. I don't know if you're like really getting screwed, but overall I felt like, you know, I feel like Funko's one of the parts of the reasons why it's become so popular is because it's like a really fun, extremely varied, like entry-level port to collecting. And then some people, you know, then transition to going for the big games, or not big games, well, I guess it is big games because like money wise, but like the big figurines. Why did my title not change? Probably gonna end up having to edit that in post. Twitch doesn't seem to want to behave when it comes to doing much editing afterwards. Like there's a few like things like I say minor, but they're not necessarily minor if you like really care about the kind of stuff. But like for instance, if you change categories, it's supposed to automatically make chapters. It's both helps for organizing on the streamer side, but also, you know, helpful for y'all as viewers. And I don't know if it's a thing that maybe it like just works better or is more accessible when you're partnered, but it hasn't really worked for me. And thankfully, in a bittersweet kind of way, when I've looked online, I'm not the only one, affiliate or otherwise, who has this kind of issue. Changed on my end, like just now. Well, that's good. At least it's done that. Let me put this up real quick. Okay, so that was a good test. So, like, they're in there and they're more secure than they were before, but they're not so secure. Like, I thought if I tried to pull one out, like, it was just gonna bah! And just, like, all of them explode outwards. So that didn't happen. So, yeah, good job, past me. Oh. That was the wrong drink. Okay, so working on alerts here. So here in our ship, in Chosen's Gaze, the alert should be working. Yeah, knock on wood. There's that word "should" again. But they should be working just fine. But it's definitely the ones when I'm in the midst of streaming the actual game, whatever game it is that I'm playing. Those are the ones where they're bumming me out because they're not working exactly how I would like them to. And also, because like I could have sworn, because it also doesn't help because I got the brain fog, right? So it makes you feel extra paranoid. Because when I was looking through this stuff, I was just like, hold on. It's like I could have sworn I had added the sound bites and everything as well. But when I go back to look at them now, it's just like the sound bites aren't there. So it's just like, what? So like, I don't know if maybe, because that could also be a thing too, of just like, if they update anything, will it break your alerts? And you'll have to go back in, like, number one, and check, and then number two, like, fix anything. Huh. There's a celebration thing now. Add celebration animations to jazz up your alerts. So we got fireworks, flamethrower, and rain. Y'all want to see what those look like? All right, let's switch over real quick. Okay, so this will be a test thing. So this is what fireworks are supposed to look like. So I'm gonna send a test alert to that. I don't see anything. Okay, this is flamethrower. Huh? Oh, yeah. You saw something but not fireworks. Yeah, so y'all should at least be seeing the text saying like Vagabond 5 followed, and then an image. I don't know. So there's an intensity option. It's on light, but I feel like at least on light I should be seeing something. It's a bunch of stars. Interesting. Let me pull it up on my phone. The second one was? I didn't even see a second one. What the heck? Let me pull it up on my phone and see if I see what y'all are seeing. First one, look at the cartoon. Yeah, it's from Dragon Ball Z. All right, so this is it on light. I'm gonna test the alert. Okay. That is both cool. But I wonder why I can't see that. That makes it a little hard. I'm gonna first assume V5 Tech stuff, that maybe it's something on my end. I'm partly sure that it's not, because I feel like if it was on my end, I should be able to see that too. Okay, so at least I know that that's working. That's interesting. That makes it a little hard to plan for what it's gonna look like though, because I'm not seeing it on my OBS. Okay, so that's what flamethrower looks like. That's interesting, because that's not what I would have thought flamethrower would look like. All right, so what's now I want to see what fireworks looks like. Okay. So that's on light. That's a lot though. I feel like there should be a setting of like how long you want that to go for. All right, so let's do, oh, excuse me. This is the last one. This is rain. Okay. So rain pretty much performs how I thought it would. Raining down from before. Okay, so at least so I know that's what it looks like now. It's all okay. Been the same. Interesting. Did it? The Stream Elements make all of these links one big link? See, this is why we have the work stuff, little co-work stuff. There's supposed to be spaces between all of those. That's another thing I'm glad that I've caught. Because like in the message box, the way I have it is now, unless it's because of the size of this. Does it do it if... Nope. It made it just one long run-on. URL link. Alright, so that's got to have been changed. Okay, so boom, we already knocked one thing out, or at least knocked one thing to see to fix that. Hopefully actually, let's test this out. I don't know if this will be able to give me a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take how I just spaced that out, and then I'm going to put it in chat. There we go. Okay, so now they're separate. Okay, so hopefully, fingers crossed, the next time that happens, it should run that in a way to where they're all separate. Okay, not all of them are separate on my phone. I don't know if that's like just limited to the size of the screen. Because looking on my computer screen, on the monitor, it's got them stacked essentially how I want them to be. And how I have them in Stream Elements. But when I look on Twitch chat, there's like one word off. Like the updates is behind the Instagram link. But when I look at it on my phone, which I'm glad I opened up the phone to be able to see it on there. It's got like the Instagram link and the Twitter links are clickable. But for whatever weird reason, it made a run-on of the YouTube link, and the TikTok link isn't clickable as well. I don't know why. Does it need to be spaced out even more? I don't know. Over here, might as well test it out, right? So let's do that. So what was it? It was YouTube and then TikTok. Okay, let's test that. Huh. Same thing. That's so weird. I'm gonna have to look into this some more and figure out why that's happening. It'd be cool if there was a way to remove like what yourself, the streamer, said. Let me just put in the link tree. Oh, it's in the link tree. I just wanted to try a cool way to have it in chat. But yes, you are correct, GoCubs. It is in the link tree. It is in the I don't know how it shows up on mobile. I think you have to, yeah. So like when you just see the channel itself with like the picture and everything, there's the clickable links there. Instagram, the main, the VODs, Twitter, TikTok. I just wanted to try to see if I could do it in a timer to have it show up in chat to make it so that people didn't have to like be looking in other places, but yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get rid of this one, or I'll just make it the link tree link. I might just make it the link tree link for right now. You meant just like that link instead of the separate. Oh, okay, all right. So we're on the same page, then, GoCubs. Yeah. Yeah, I think just for right now, and then I'll be working in the background as in offline to try and figure out if there's a way to like clean that up, because then that's just a waste of a timer if it's showing up and like it both looks messy. I'm not trying to have stuff that looks messy and then at the same point have it where like if I'm going to have it in all the links are clickable, so I just need to get the link tree link and just put that in there. Thought I saw a flash a dog in here. Let's see. So is it under here? No. It's in the social. Switching over. Damn. Yeah, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to go in. I wonder if there's a way to edit it while it's happening right now. So it's so weird. So when I look on my phone, it has the correct title that I wanted. Just chatting, doing stream work and everything. When I just went into my channel page on Twitch to grab my Linktree link, it unfortunately has the stream with the same title, unfortunately telling people that I'm playing Palia. So I'll have to remember before I leave, if I can't change it while I'm live, to make sure to change that so that it's not misleading people. Where is it? Where's the socials? Okay, that one should hopefully do it. So hopefully one perfection anxiety crisis averted. Somewhat. Okay. So that's one thing. Back to the alerts. I may just end up having to go back to Stream Elements because it's the kind of thing to where, like, this is just one of the ways to, like, thank y'all when y'all are engaging, like, with the stream. I can't be having that stuff underperforming. That's a no-no. We can't have that. Because I believe last time I checked, too, like, the subs weren't working either. I'm proud of that one. I thought that's pretty funny. So that's the resub, but it's not letting me test any of the other ones. So like I can see them on my side where I'm working. I can see that I've set them up, the text, the color, the scale, the image, and stuff like that. But then when it comes to testing it, which is supposed to be sending it like what just happened up there, sending it to show up on the stream, it's only sending one. Maybe only sending two. Like, let's see what happens. Like, this is what's supposed to pop up for the Prime. Yeah. So is weird. The crown, you saw a crown. Okay, yeah. So only two are working. But unfortunately, it's not at least letting me see that, like, both that it recognizes what I have set up for the other three, and also like that it should be showing the correct one, because there's supposed to be a separate one for tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 subs, and it's not doing that. So I may need to look elsewhere to make sure that at least it's showing up accurately while I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this. Because unfortunately the times, like just in before I was getting ready to start the stream, and over here off to the side when I've been trying, when I try to look up alerts, it's too close to like everything else. So there's just like a hell of a lot of stuff popping up. Are y'all hearing the music twice at all? I just noticed something. Twice? Yeah, like, does it sound like it's doubling or echoing at all? No? Interesting. You also hear the music now? And if you can, did it get quieter? Because what I also just saw was that Pretzel was showing up in 2 different audio channels. But I feel like y'all would have said something if something was off. I've been really appreciative about how helpful y'all have been there. Obviously, it's stuff that I would like to be able to knock out on my own, so y'all ain't got to deal with any of that stuff, but, you know, sometimes it happens. have to listen back to it in the VOD to see if there's any difference. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, so as far as room designs, let's head back. As far as room designs, if I get lucky with timing, y'all should be seeing a new setup by Tuesday's stream. Probably. Because I also kind of have to go slow, because if I push myself too hard, I'm going to have a burnout, and then I'm going to get sick. So I just kind of gotta juggle things. There's something else that I just thought of, and then it just disappeared into the fog. New stream schedule is right now. It's looking like it's probably going to change to. Remember how I said once the fiance starts back up, the final semester schedule, that some of my stream hours may change to complement what's available, so that we're not both trying to do the same thing at the same time and, causing issues, taking up bandwidth, yada yada. So what it's looking like right now is it might be like what did I say it was? I think it was a Monday, Friday, Saturday type deal, which isn't too bad. So like a little break right there in the middle. So Cozy Mondays are probably going to be coming back, and then a Friday stream, and then a Saturday stream. The hours won't necessarily change, but definitely the days. Again, I always work to stay transparent with y'all, so if like the hours or anything do change, it'll both be shown in scheduling on Instagram, as well as, I don't know if y'all have had a chance to check out that I updated the schedule for the entire month of August. So as well when I do stuff there. So there'll be something like on Twitch that you'll be able to see, on computer, on mobile. I think it's the only places you can see it. I don't know if you can like see it on TV or stuff like that. But yeah, it'll and then also in Discord. So it's usually those three places for sure. Generally comes down to like Discord, Twitch, and Instagram, just because those two are like the nearest to my hands to be able to like boom, done. Like it's just a quick message to put out. Instagram, it comes with like having an image ready or creating an image and putting that on there. So there's that. But yeah, it's kind of looking like it's going to be a Monday, Friday, Saturday. So it'll probably be like Mondays and Fridays at 4, all times Eastern still, and then Saturdays still at noon. Saturday's been holding on strong for the most part since doing noon start Saturday streams. But yeah, but that won't be starting until about like maybe mid-September. I think it's probably be like September 10th. I'll probably also, like, once I know for sure, I'll put that in on the Twitch scheduling as well for people to see. Because I think also it's like if you update the schedule so people go to your profile, it doesn't show up immediately right away, which would be kind of nice. But I think like if you scroll down a bit, I had noticed on other people's streams that it would show like the image, if there was one, for whatever category they were doing, and like the time, which I think is really cool because it wasn't always like that, where people would see that. So that's really cool. But yeah, I've got a nice little checklist of stuff to do, both physically, as in like changing this up behind the scenes, like I said, with the alerts and stuff like that. Twitch also dropped this new thing in, I guess, pursuit to try to mimic Instagram, who's also trying to mimic TikTok, who is like the successor to Vine, more or less. There's like what's current featured channels kind of thing for clips and stuff like that. Now, unfortunately, so what it is essentially is, if y'all are familiar with like Reels or more famously clips on TikTok and stuff like that, is, you know, you can just like scroll and like see. So it's going to be like an amalgamation of collections that will pop up. I don't know if it's going to also show up on the browse page on Twitch, but it'll be made up of clips from different streams and streamers and stuff like that. One, in my opinion, big downside is you can only add as a streamer clips that your community have made, as opposed to having it be a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B. Like, you can add clips from your community and also clips that you've caught. It was pitched as like a way that Twitch was offering more discoverability, especially for smaller streamers, smaller communities. But at least for myself, one of the unfortunate things that I see that could have been averted by previously mentioned, like having it be both parties being able to put in clips, is I feel like that puts undue pressure on a streamer's community to be there to catch the clips, and I don't think that's fair. Because it shouldn't be like that, or having to be like, hey, everybody, you know, catch those clips, you know, and do stuff like that. Like, I thought about asking that. I was like, nah, I'll just let it happen naturally. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's totally fine. There are a few that I have been so grateful for that people have caught that are probably going to go on there. Some of them from people who are in the Discord, so I'm just like letting them know, like, hey, I'm thinking about putting this in the featured thing. Is that cool with you? Like, yes, it's a clip of like my content, but it's still like catching them, like making them a part of the process. Just by letting you know, like, hey, so if you catch one, it might go on there if it's good enough, and then that be it. But to have that kind of like dragging it, because I feel like there's some people who might not be comfortable with it, like, I don't want to catch this, and then it like end up on there, and, you know, be like, oh, it wasn't that good. So hopefully, because I've seen some people echo the same stuff as I've been trying to figure out, like, how it works and how we put them on there. Hopefully Twitch will change that to add it, and then it will be less of any expectation on y'all as the viewers, and then just something that like the streamer can do as well, because we already have the tools to go and catch the clips. And I think it'd also be fun as well to have it to where, you know, if you're playing offline, if something happens like at the beginning, like, you know, streamers also catch fun stuff or crazy stuff too, like on their own sometimes before. I know there's like other streamers who like have stuff set up, whether it's on the stream deck and whatnot, where it automatically like snatches stuff. So then it's like, you gotta hope that somebody else grabbed that, because you're not gonna be able to put that in the features. So we'll see how that ends up shaking out. Damn, now there are so many updates right now for new and up and coming games. It's so cool to see so many achievements start popping up for people that have like really dove into Baldur's Gate. One of the people on my friends list did a review for Baldur's Gate 3. It's really cool. Their comment is, I have no idea what I'm doing and loving it. That's really cool. It's cool to see people like start racking up the achievements. A couple people have some of the really rare ones. I think like Steam does a gold like flashy border for the ones. Any that are under 10% of players have achieved them. So far I got 2 people on my list that have gotten one each. That's really cool. I'm very much enjoying Baldur's Gate. I think I'm heavily thinking about doing like a modded run. It's like I like streaming it, but I'm also worried because like big RPG games like that, like I'm just gonna explore. I'm gonna play it how I would normally play it, which I don't know if that lends to it being the most entertaining to watch. I'm just gonna walk around. I'm gonna explore. I'm gonna take the game in. I'm gonna try different stuff. I do a lot of backtracking. I do a lot of loot grabbing. So I partially feel like, besides the fun of what you can get out of mods, that with some of the mods could kind of help streamline that process. Like I know there's one mod that massively increases your carrying capacity, regardless of what your strength stat is at. And then that would help to keep me from, like, I can loot hoard without having to run back to camp, every few stops. So then like that's one less thing hitting the brakes. So then can keep rolling with that. So like little stuff like that. And there's obviously like a lot of cosmetic stuff. I'm always excited about the cosmetic stuff that comes with for RPG games. Which reminds me, I need to write that down. I still need to check to see what kind of mods are available for Mass Effect. It would be really cool if there's like, especially with how long Mass Effect's been out for, like if there's like new armors or skins for the guns that you can use and stuff like that, that would be really cool. Excuse me. I remember one of the earlier things that I saw that had me really wanting a PC that could that would allow me to play games like Mass Effect was, I remember making my character and then looking online to see what other people had come up with to kind of get inspiration for future Shepards. I think it was after like my 4th or 5th Shepherd playthrough. And I saw that it was possible to give your Shepherd elusive man eyes. For those of you who played, you know what I'm talking about, but it was like the elusive man, for those of you that don't know, had like these crazy like tech shiny, it was like white or blue, it was like circular, but there were three like mini circle points inside of it. So it was like at 3 different points in the circle would be like a smaller circle breaking up the line of the larger circle. I don't know if I'm describing it as best as I could, but it looked really cool. Let's see if I'm sure I can find a picture. Okay, there's a good example. Yeah, so they look like that. That's what the eyes look like. So it's pretty cool looking. So that's like one of the many things that you could add on the PC side. That's pretty badass. So I need to look that up on Nexus. I'm sure they have so many things. What? Okay, here we go. So it was outside of. I guess I had to back all the way out to the main page. Yeah, there's a bunch. Some of them really cool. Some of them exactly what you would expect. Apparently, there's mods where you could have put Mass Effect characters into Guitar Hero. I'm seeing a Saren, Grunt, Tally. Jeez. Elusive, man. Oh, where you could put them into Dark Souls. Jeez. So I wonder if Mass Effect. Like, it's like, what if I just want the game? Oh, damn, some of these are like you get the full console access. No cooldown. Or you can turn the cooldowns on or off. You can make Max Paragon or Renegade. Give yourself XP. Give yourself like insane amount of resource count. Give yourself an insane amount of credits. Give or subtract talent points from your main character. Special unlocks. You can unlock upgrades, regular weapons, heavy weapons, special weapons. This is for Mass Effect 2. So I guess, does it not just have its own, like, I want to just be able to search like the folder of the game itself. Are these not... I want... Okay, here we go. Yeah, I want to just be able to look through the folder of the game itself. So Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Yeah, there's a bunch. Ooh, there's one that changes squad mates' abilities to be more useful on Insanity. That was one of the fun things that I did. Like, I went back, like, just for fun, and ran Insanity. I did it when I went back and did it. I did it from 1 into 2, and I did it with a Sentinel. And I remember that being like a really good choice. I was really happy with that choice. Just like a good blend, both from the first game to the second game, where you get a little bit more variety, and both in your abilities and in your weapons, but also your ability to like have like a stronger shield and having access to tech weapons. It was definitely really helpful. Obviously, you can like do it whenever. But for me, I feel like it's like really helpful when you're coming into and are familiar with what to expect. So you know where to put your points. you're less surprised in certain engagements. You know which cover's best, you know which weapons to use, which teammates to bring on what mission and stuff like that. So then like everything, just like you trim away all the excess stress so that you can essentially just focus on, all right, I got everything I need. Now the final thing is just survive this mission or survive the entirety of the playthrough. And I don't think I died for a second. I haven't done Insanity on Mass Effect 3. I have only beaten Mass Effect 3 once because I've only played it once all the way through. I played it once, saw the ending, and I was like, no. But yeah, so it looks like there's only, is there really only 7? Doesn't seem right. Oh, just new this week. All right, so what's been popular over the last 30 days? A lot. Does it tell you? Okay, it doesn't tell you. It doesn't seem how many total there are. But it's cool that there's like, at least if that's per week, that there's like 7 new mods just this week. I mean, Mass Effect is very loved, warts and all, by the community, which is really cool. That's what I'm like. It's a great story. It could have been better, but it's a great example of delivering enough moments to where like it survives the problems that it does have, and a little bit of a whimper that it went out on. But yeah, that's gonna bring this short little stream to a close. I'm sorry that we started later, but I did want to make sure that I at least did stream some with y'all. I really looking forward to this event. They'll be leaving here for in an hour or so, and I'm also really excited to tell y'all about at least what I can next time I see you all, hopefully on Tuesday as well, and hopefully from a different format. But as always, y'all, 3 most important things from my heart is that I hope that each and every one of you will be well. I hope that each and every one of you will take care, and above all else, remember that I will see you all again soon. Everybody out there, have a great rest of the day or night, whether you're watching this live or if you're coming in and catching the VOD. As always, a special shout out to the lurkers and to the VOD watchers. Thank you so much for the support. Y'all are fantastic. Never forget it. And I hope you continue to enjoy your time here in the community. Without further ado, though, I'm going to head out here. Like I said, I got to get my stuff out the dryer, start getting ready and everything. Get all set up to head out to this place. It's a little bit away, and enjoy myself for the night. And I hope you all enjoy yourselves for your Saturdays and the rest of your weekend as well. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you all again soon. Adios.